Hey everyone, I'm Jessuca Tucker, the new health and wellness coach here at Tampa Counseling Place. You may have seen my information pop up on the website or perhaps through emails that Natalie has sent you. But since you didn't really know me, I figured now is a good time for me to do a brief introduction to myself, my experience, and my credentials, and most importantly, how I can help you achieve your goals. So, a little bit of my background. I was a very active and crazy healthy kid when I was young. Played basketball, baseball, roller skated, you name it, I did it. I was super active until I came down with chickenpox in 1987. And at that point, my health started to slide and suffer because I never fully recovered. And in 1988, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. If you're not familiar with it, type 1 diabetes is a form of diabetes that is autoimmune. It is very complicated and frustrating and has a lot of issues. And we treated it very differently back in the 80s. They didn't really understand it as well at that point. So despite all those challenges, I did my best to stay as active as I could and continued to be pretty active throughout my adolescence and into my early 20s. Now, I did go to college, and my first degree was in communications. After I graduated, I joined the radio industry, which was so much fun. I got paid as a DJ to talk on the radio, to go to concerts, to interview rock stars, and it was just a blast. The problem is the lifestyle, the hours are crazy and there's too much partying and drinking. The lifestyle was not so great. So control of my diabetes began to suffer despite the fact that I was still active and working out and going to the gym every day and all that. So in my mid-20s, I actually began having strokes. I had a series of them. And in a very short span of time, I lost everything. My career, my independence, my health, even my marriage fell apart at that time. Now, it took me about 5 years with a lot of different types of therapy and a significant amount of personal failures and soul searching before I kind of stumbled upon my ultimate true calling. And since prior to this, when I was a kid and everything, I'd always been very healthy and active, and I loved being active. So I ended up going back to school at the National Personal Training Institute and becoming a certified personal trainer. And as I was working with clients, they were always asking me for diet plans or how they should eat. But at that time in the state of Florida, personal trainers were not permitted to provide that type of guidance. It was outside of their scope of practice. So I would always direct them to dietitians or nutritionists that I knew so that they could get those questions answered in a way that was safe. But then I went on a mission trip to Uganda in 2015 and spent some time volunteering at a malnutrition clinic. And it was there that I really, it was a turning point in my life. It was so impactful. And I realized I really needed to be doing more with this second chance that I'd been given. And so when I came home from Africa, I enrolled at the University of Alabama and worked through my degree in food and human nutrition. And while I was in school, I met and eventually married my now husband, Surf. I'm very happy. After that, I ended up going back to school again. And this time I got a master's degree in clinical nutrition. And last fall, I took and passed my certified nutrition specialist license exam. And now I'm an officially licensed certified nutrition specialist. That's about the time that I joined the Tampa Counseling Place. So now that you know a little bit about me, let's talk about how I can serve you. Working with me has a bunch of cool benefits. First, I always strive to create an honest, caring, and supportive partnership, providing accountability and empathy as you build the skills for sustainable long-term health. I can help you sift through all of that confusing and contradictory advice and information you hear about nutrition. Are eggs bad for me? Is gluten bad? Really, and they one day it is, one day it isn't, because the problem is nutrition is an evolving science, and it is very confusing because ultimately it's very individualized. It's never a good idea to talk with a nutritionist who has everybody eat the exact same way, because that might not be optimal for their body. So what I want to do is get to know you and your body type. We may look at your blood work, your medical history, and figure out what the best way to nourish your body is. So that individualized plan really makes a big difference. I will also guide you in balancing your nervous system, which is a really important first step in maximizing your physical and mental health. And finally, I can help you break through those barriers that have been preventing you from seeing the results that you truly desire. I do all of this with a range of services. I can do everything from nutrition counseling. I can write meal plans. I can teach you to cook and prepare meals that'll nourish your body and brain. I can help you learn how to shop for good foods. I can write exercise plans if that's what you need. And I do specialize in helping people manage and often significantly improve chronic illnesses, everything from diabetes of any type. I've worked with people with lupus, multiple sclerosis, muscular dystrophy, irritable bowel syndrome. I can help improve all of those conditions. And in some cases, we can put some of them into full remission. Now, I am currently offering a complimentary 30-minute session so we can talk more about your plans and your goals and figure out what needs I can help you or how I can best meet your needs. So please call the Tampa Counseling Place today at 813-402-2002. That's 813-402-2002 to schedule your complimentary session. And I'm so excited to meet you and help you crush your health and wellness goals.